I am taking a dirt bike out on the ice today. And out of all of my dirt bikes, the one I want to use most is this one. This started off life as a Walmart's children's toy, and now it has 20,000 watts of electric power. And with great power comes great responsibility. This original Razor wheel could not handle the extra power. So the hub is completely bent, the chain won't stop falling off, and the tire is cooked from some idiot who continues to do burnouts. So I ordered up some upgraded forks, these beautiful swing arm extensions that will let me delete my broken chain tensioner, and what I think is the perfect wheel and tire combo for going out on the ice. Now I bought every single small stud that I could find on Amazon, and all of these listings looked completely different, but it turns out they're all the same product. And our lake seriously never freezes like this, so if we hear a sound effect, you might get to see a grown man cry today. In all seriousness, you might, because I've been wanting to do this ever since I saw this YouTube video from over 6 years ago. And I live right next to the lake, but it never freezes because it's wildly deep. Like, so deep they actually test like military submarines here. But this year, we got lucky. It's been below freezing for a very long time. And look at this masterpiece, just ready to be shredded. And the first one held air, so I threw in a few more, realized it was going to be way easier after I mounted it to the dirt bike, so I switched gears to the swing arm extensions. And the main benefit of this is going to be that I don't need to use this chain tensioner anymore. It obviously can't handle the power. Oh heck yeah, it's my homie Austin. When we took the Mad Max Tesla to California, we linked up with him and he let us borrow his bikes, and we just did wheelies throughout the event until I got kicked out by security literally 2 or 3 times. It was so sick. This is wild. The example bike in this video is the bike I got kicked out on.
This is one of our employee Nolan's monstrosities of a build. This is like the OG of the OGs. This is like years and years old.
The OGs of the OGs. I kid you not, my first like quarter-mile wheelie was on that bike right before security kicked us out. And it was so funny too, because we were like the talent, you know? Like, they were literally paying us to be at that show, and I still managed to get kicked out. That's just my personality, honestly. I think it's pretty obvious how this lengthens your unit, right? The hole's there now. But why don't you need the chain tensioner? Well, this is the axle and the factory axle spot on the Razor. You can't move it back and forth, so there's no way to tension the chain to get to the perfect spot. Ta-da! Like every other dirt bike ever. The kit was really easy to install. You just bolted them in to hold them still, and then take a drill bit, drill holes to attach them to the rest of the swing arm. This is really strong, really solid, and the guys at Electro & Co. giving you 5% off if you use code OLDING5. I thought that was pretty cool of them, and I can't recommend their stuff enough. It just works and makes your life so much fun. So after I drilled the holes, you just put in a couple bolts, tighten those, then you put in this tension bolt that's like every other dirt bike. Now we can just tighten them to tighten the chain and loosen them to loosen the chain. And it came with this little brake adapter that also made my life super easy. And I also got a brake upgrade. These are some thicker rotors and some better brakes, but I don't have time to install them today. That'll be for the next video. The wheel did come with an adapter kit, so I can adapt to the smaller Razor size sprocket, and I made sure to use Loctite on everything, because my first time doing this I didn't, and that will come around to bite you sooner than later, and when it's the least convenient. Everything came together first try, just had to shorten the new chain, which wow, my old chain was bad. Tighten it up with the new adjusters, and then it was time to move on to the front. I will not have time to do the upgraded forks today. We've only got a couple more hours worth of daylight, and I have to get on the ice because a snowstorm is coming tomorrow, and that is going to ruin the chances of fulfilling this 6-year dream. And I've never put in studs properly before. I don't think there's a way to do this quickly. It just takes a lot of time, but it is satisfying work because I know I'm about to have a load of fun. All right, we have about 20 studs left, and I've only put one stud in each center lug and one stud in each outside lug on the right side. We aren't even going to get one per lug for each 100 pack. I was hoping to get in 3 per lug, so we'll see. I'll do 100 in the rear, 100 in the front, 100 in the rear, 100 in the front, and then divvy up the last 100, see how good we can get it. If these packs did come with 100, that's 97 lugs per tire. And that's probably enough to get around, but not enough to like really lock in on the ice. So we're just gonna throw them all in. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. I really hope we make it by sunset. It was a hard push. I skipped eating, but we got this thing in the truck and arrived before sunset. But before we take it out, I want to run an experiment on my Temu 125 that you can get for $970 now and see how much fuel it can take. See, last time I bought a dual sport from walmart.com, it said the fuel capacity was 3.7 gallons. In reality, it was 3. And this bike on walmart.com says 1.5 gallons. And in reality, not quite, but I'm not worried about it because I am saving so much money with today's sponsor, Upside. It's a free app that shows you discounts on gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants in your area. All you have to do is make the purchase like you normally would, then select the location and hit claim now. And this is real cash back. All you have to do is go in the app and transfer the money you saved straight back to your bank account. Download the app for free using my link to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. So download it for free and use code EDWIN. We made it out just in time. This is what the final stud job looks like. We've got about an hour and a half of daylight left. I could tow that out there for you, for real.
Is that thing electric?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's 20,000 watts. It's unreal. It'll go like 65.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about it. Like, I can be out here and not bother anybody. Yeah, they're pretty popular for hunting. They make a little bit bigger with fat tires so they don't get stuck in the mud.
I need a tricycle.
Yeah, they have those too. They drain the lake every winter, so I had to ride on shore for quite a bit before I got to the actual ice. It feels slippery, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sliding around everywhere. You know, I really should have check the tire pressure. I got so excited I didn't even think about it. Okay. My tire pressure was way too high, so all the studs weren't touching the ground at the same time. Now, normally I'd just pick up a stick or a rock from the ground to let out some pressure, but we're on ice, so I had to get creative. You know what? Maybe my GoPro screw is just small enough to fit in there. Hey, it's perfect. So after a quick pit stop, it was time to put this thing to the test. And I have a headlight, so I'm not stopping till I figure out how to do wheelies on the ice. And after 6 years of waiting, it was time to see if this is as fun as it looks. Woo! Oh, this is a big old ice patch. Doing wheelies on ice was not as easy as I thought. That initial traction is hard to get the front wheel up. And when you go past your balance point, if you hit the brakes too hard, you'll completely slide out. Oh man, I'm gonna eat it so hard today. I just know it to be true. Oh yeah! I started to feel comfortable enough on the ice to see if I could hit top speed without wiping out. I've never had this bike wide open for this long. That's full throttle. Oh wow, that is too good. Too good. You know how when snow touches your eye and you can feel it melt? That's how my contacts feel right now. I gotta get enough speed to do a wheelie. I'm gonna do this nice patch right here. This is too much fun. That's what happened. I forgot that I lengthened the swing arm by like 3 inches this morning. So I was leaning back where the old balance point was, but now it's way further back. Let's see if these things are staying in. Oh dang, I don't see a single one missing. And I didn't even use glue. Very cool.
Yeah, it didn't look easy.
No.
Nothing about it looks easy.
No, it's kind of sketchy. My friend James came out after snowmobiling to join me on the ice, and we dug out a circle track so that we could push the cornering ability to the limit. I'm just gonna try to drag knee and see what happens. Worst case, I just totally wipe out. I don't know what I was expecting to happen, but something like that. Crashing on ice is a lot more forgiving than you'd think. You just slide out of everything like MotoGP guys in their GP suits. So after 6 years of building up hype in my head, could it possibly live up to it? Well, absolutely. This was such a phenomenal experience. I'm so glad I did it, and honestly, it was a good reminder. I should have done this sooner. I should have just set up my bike and traveled somewhere that had a frozen lake. Moments like this in life are just too valuable to say, maybe my lake will freeze someday and I can just go out the backyard, you know? It's like putting forward that extra effort to make dreams like this happen is something that I want to focus on in the future. And that's actually why I started this channel. There's plenty of things I want to do that don't fit into the grind hard formula. And on this channel, it's the anything goes. So if you like this type of video, make sure you subscribe and make sure you put forth the extra effort to do the things that you really want to do. It's so easy to get caught up in things that don't really matter. I mean, we all have a device in our pockets that's designed to distract us at every single moment, so we never get bored enough to get inspired to get out there, and it's just frustrating, and it always gets me. Dreams don't just fall into your lap. It really takes a lot of extra effort and push to make them happen, but it is always worth it. I've never regretted doing extra work ever. I'm gonna make a pact to get out there and do things like this way more often, and to overall just be more aware of how I'm spending my free time. You said you flew the first version of the DJI?
Yeah, a long time ago.
How's the future?
Dude, this thing, I was more fun than that.
I have what I think is a pretty good idea. Run on the ice, slide on my knees, holding the camera as low as possible and then reverse it in slow-mo. Let's see how it goes. So I always thought this would be the most fun a person could have, and I was right. But what's gonna be even more fun is in the next video when I get bigger studs and put them on that electric quad. I think that is gonna be unreal. Make sure you subscribe for that. I'm gonna upgrade this as well. Peace.